Wednesday, March 1st. A reading from the 34th chapter of the book of Exodus, verses 1 through 9 and 27 and 28. The Lord said to Moses, "Chisel out 2 stone tablets like the first ones, and I will write on them to the words that were on the first tablets, which you broke. Be ready in the morning, and then come up on Mount Sinai. Present yourself to me there on the top of the mountain. No one is to come with you or be seen anywhere on the mountain. Not even the flocks and herds may graze in front of the mountain." So Moses chiseled out 2 stone tablets like the first ones and went up Mount Sinai early in the morning, as the Lord had commanded him. And he carried the 2 stone tablets in his hands. Then the Lord came down in the cloud and stood there with him and proclaimed his name, the Lord. And he passed in front of Moses, proclaiming, the Lord, the compassionate and gracious God, slow to anger, abounding in love and faithfulness, maintaining love to thousands, and forgiving wickedness, rebellion, and sin. Yet he does not leave the guilty unpunished. He punishes the children and their children for the sin of the parents to the 3rd and 4th generation. Moses bowed to the ground at once and worshiped. "Lord," he said, "if I have found favor in your eyes, then go with us. Although this is a stiff-necked people, forgive our wickedness and our sin, and take us as your inheritance." Then the Lord said to Moses, "Write down these words, for in accordance with these words I have made a covenant with you and with Israel." Moses was there with the Lord 40 days and 40 nights, without eating bread or drinking water, and he wrote in the tablets the words of the covenant, the 10 Commandments. For reflection, slow to anger and abounding in steadfast love. This lesson reveals a significant contradiction. Previous to this passage, God carved the commandments on 2 stone tablets and gave them to Moses to give to the people. When Moses came down the mountain with the 2 tablets, he saw the golden calf and the vile, sinful way the people were behaving. In anger, he shattered the tablets and condemned the people's actions. Later, he pleads with God to forgive those very people that enraged him to the point that he smashed the original tablets. Then a few verses later, Moses pleads, "Lord, if I have found favor in your eyes, then go with us. Although this is a stiff-necked people, forgive our wickedness and our sin, and take us as your inheritance." It doesn't seem to make sense that in his anger, Moses begs God to forgive the very people that made him so furious. And Moses even includes himself as one of those stiff-necked people. Why such a dramatic shift? The key is the progression. Moses is angry at the people, so angry that he smashes the tablets that the Lord had carved out. God gently reminds him of this fact in the request for making new ones in the phrase, "the first tablets which you broke." It was a reminder that in his rage, Moses literally destroyed God's word. Then God passes by Moses, declaring his nature. The Lord, the compassionate and gracious God, slow to anger, abounding in love and faithfulness, maintaining love to thousands, and forgiving wickedness, rebellion, and sin, painting beautiful imagery filled with grace and mercy. This encounter brings Moses to the realization that he is one of those stiff-necked people, a sinful man who is deserving of harsh judgment. Only then can he plead from his own heart for forgiveness, and not just for himself, but for the people with whom he was so angry as well.